What's up? My name is Jad T. Jones, and today we're going to talk about the three-step framework that will allow you to conquer your fear of women. This presentation is for you if you are someone who is paralyzed by your fear. You have the fear of approaching women, you have the fear of running out of things to say, you have the fear of taking things to the next level, the fear of asking her out. You have a fear of the first date, all right? So if you're someone who is being controlled by your fear, then this presentation is for you. In the next 40 to 50 minutes, I'm going to share the step-by-step three-part framework that's going to allow you to go from being a prisoner of your fear to being able to go out there and take action when you want to take action and not be paralyzed by your fear. If you're like a lot of guys, then your fear has caused you to miss out on a lot of golden opportunities with a lot of attractive women, thereby wasting your precious life. So in this presentation, I am going to empower you and equip you with a three-step framework that could literally change your life and give you the freedom from fear, which will allow you to take action on command the next time you see an attractive woman that you want to talk to, meet, attract, and date. So, does that sound exciting? Are you guys with me? Can you hear me? Leave a comment. So this is what we're going to do, all right? I'm going to be looking this way to make sure the computer is working well. I'm going to be looking this way at my notes, and then I'm going to be looking at you to talk to you, all right? So how this is going to go, this presentation is going to be around 45 to 50 minutes. I'm going to share the step-by-step framework that I've taught to hundreds of men that has literally helped men break free from the paralysis of fear. And now a lot of guys that I have coached through my Man Transformation Experience coaching program are now able to go out and approach women at will, talk to women. They're not worried about running out of things to say. They know exactly how to ask women out, and they're not paralyzed by fear when it's time to ask a woman out, take things to the next level, go for a kiss, or any of that stuff. And I'm going to share the three-step framework that a lot of guys have paid a lot of money to learn from me. I'm going to share that with you today, absolutely free. Are you guys ready? Are you guys pumped? Are you guys ready to get started? Leave a comment. Alrighty then. All right, so before I go into my framework, I just want to tell you a little bit about me in case you've just found me online and you don't know my story. Growing up, I struggled a lot with women. My biggest struggle was low self-esteem and a constant nagging feeling of unworthiness. I had this incredible love and fascination for women, and I wanted to be one with them from a very early age, from the age of like 10 years old or younger, even before puberty. I was drawn to these beautiful creatures. But at the same time, I was deathly terrified by them. All right? Growing up, I was terribly shy. And coupled with that shyness was a huge sense of insecurity, coupled with a huge sense of unworthiness. And so what that created was this invisible wall. I felt like I was in an invisible prison. I wanted to go talk to women, and this went on from my teenage years all the way to my mid-20s. I wanted to talk to these women. I wanted to connect with these women, but my fear would always hold me back. My biggest battle was the fear of approaching women. That was my biggest battle. Now, I know for you, maybe it's not the fear of approaching women. Maybe it's the fear of asking women out on dates, or the fear of running out of things to say, or the fear of the first date itself, or maybe even the fear of going in for a kiss. Whatever it is, today we're going to address how to overcome that fear. I spent over 5 years reading every book, watching every video, traveling to different countries and cities, seeking out mentors and seducers, trying to learn, how can I overcome this fear that is robbing me of my life, this fear that is making me miss opportunities. And so if you're here right now, if you're with me right now, I want you to know that I have been in your shoes. I know what it's like. I know how scary it is, and I know those feelings of regret and hopelessness, because you've tried so many times, you've gone out there so many times promising yourself that this is the day that I'm going to take action. But then you go out there and you still chicken out. You still fall short. You're still paralyzed and you don't make a move, and you miss yet another golden opportunity with another beautiful woman. And then you go back with a little less hope, a little less self-esteem, and you beat yourself up again. And so I'm here to tell you, I've been there. I've been through the battle. I've come out the other side. And most importantly, I've found the answer. All right. And better yet, not only have I found the answer for myself to the point where I am now, never held back by my fear, never paralyzed by my fear, but I have also taught this to hundreds of men all over the world, including my coaching clients who have paid thousands of dollars to work one-on-one with me, who are all now able to go and talk to women at will, approach women at will, talk to them in a relaxed, playful way, and take things to the next level, whether it's asking them out, asking for their phone numbers, going in for a kiss, or whatever the case may be. So I want to tell you, number one, this is a learnable skill. And number two, no matter how many times you failed in the past to try and overcome your fear, I promise that this three-part framework, if you take it and roll with it and implement it, this will be the answer. This will be the thing that will give you that freedom that you have been wanting with women. It is a proven system. It has worked for me. It has worked for many guys from many different areas of the world, whether it's India, the United States, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Africa. It works cross-cultural regardless of where you're from. The Arab countries, it works. All right? So that is what I'm about to share with you. That's a bit about my past, a bit about my story. If you've been through the struggle, I'm there with you, brother. I've been there. I've come out the other side. And right now I'm going to show you the discovery that took me about 5 years, plus lots of travel, lots of talking to the top seducers, and thousands of dollars from my own money to finally narrow this down to a 3-part framework. So are you guys excited to learn the 3-part framework that's going to allow you to conquer your fear of women? Leave a comment and I will take a sip of water. Okay, you guys are ready? Happy to hear. Let's do this. Okay, so right now we're going to go through the 3-part framework of how to conquer your fear. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an amazing, incredible, time-bound offer that you're going to get a great opportunity at the end of this presentation. So stay tuned for that towards the end. All right? Okay, so the 3-part framework is called Own, Share, Play. All right? Own, share, play. We're about to go step by step. Own, then share, then play. Then we're going to put them all together into a simple system that you can use to overcome your fear of women. All right? And like I said, I have taught this to my coaching clients who are now able to approach women at will and talk to women at will and ask them out and take things to the next level. And they are no longer prisoners to their fear. This is a proven system. I use it. My clients use it. And now you will be able to use it as well. So step 1 is identify and own. All right? Own. So where does fear come from? What is the root of fear? The root of fear is shame. Okay? When you feel ashamed of something, when you feel ashamed of who you are, you feel fear. What is shame? Shame simply means hiding. When we are ashamed of something, that means we are hiding something. Okay? When we are ashamed of something, we are hiding something. When we hide something from another person, what is the emotion that follows? The emotion that follows is fear. Because when you are hiding something, then you get into a state of being afraid to be found out. If I'm hiding, let's take an example of a car salesman. Let's say I'm a car salesman and I want to sell you a piece of shit car that I know is a piece of shit. So I have something I'm ashamed of. I'm hiding the fact that I'm going to try to sell you a broken down car. So when I talk to you, the whole time I'm talking to you, I'm going to feel nervous and I'm going to constantly feel that fear of being found out. Okay? And because I have that fear of being found out, because I'm hiding something, that's the important part of this puzzle, hiding. Because I'm hiding something, my behavior is going to manifest in a way of fearful behavior. You're going to talk to me and you're going to notice, this guy, there's something off with this guy. I can tell he's nervous. I can tell he's hiding something, right? And so what are you going to do? You're going to step back. You're going to feel like, oh, this guy's hiding something. I'm going to step back. And so boom, the connection is broken. And so that's what's happening between you and women when you're hiding something. Okay? So when we hide things, the human hates to hide. The human hates to hide. When we hide, we close down. We become stiff. And so what we want to do, so the first step to overcoming your fear is to eliminate your hiding. Okay, let me say that again. The first step to overcoming your fear is to eliminate your hiding. All right, so what does that mean? That means that we need to get rid of your shames, your biggest shames. So the question is, this is the first exercise. The question is, what am I afraid women are going to find out about me? Okay? Or said in another way, what don't I want this woman to find out about me? So take a second, write that down. Answer that question. So some examples are, I don't want this woman to know that I'm very shy. I don't want this woman to know that I don't have that much experience. I don't want this woman to know that I'm nervous talking to her. I don't want this woman to know that I'm attracted to her. You see, all these are shames. All these things are things that you are hiding. Okay? So I want you to list those down. So when you are hiding things from women, that is what is causing your fear. Do you understand? Let me say that again. When you are the things you are hiding from women, those are the very things that are causing your fear. So hiding equals or leads to fear. So hiding leads to fear. So if hiding leads to fear, then displaying leads to no fear. You understand? So that's going to bring us to step number 2. Okay? Which is to share. All right? But before we go into step 2, you need to get step 1. Step 1, and I do this with all my one-on-one coaching clients that go through the Man Transformation 12-week experience. I get them to list out, what are all the things you don't want women to know about you? Okay? What are all the things you are ashamed of? What are all the things you are hiding from women? All right? So get that list down. I'll give you another 30 seconds, and then we'll move on to step number 2. All right? Okay. So step number 1, to wrap it up, is identify your shames and write them down. Write down all the things you're hiding. And the biggest lesson to learn from step number one is that your hiding is what is causing your fear. Your fear, the fear, when we narrow it down, you're not afraid of women. You're afraid of being found out. Okay? You're not afraid of women. You're afraid of being found out as a fraud, as whatever. Right? So then step number two of this three-part process is to take the things you're ashamed of and share them. Okay? Share them. So in this, let me share a myth with you. All right? Let me share a myth with you. And this is important, so listen carefully. The biggest myth that's going along in the world among men is that you have to present yourself as perfectly confident and perfectly alpha. All right? It's a myth that, if you don't show 100% power and strength, that women are going to lose attraction for you. The truth is actually counterintuitive. The truth is, when you show some vulnerability to women, that actually enhances connection with women. So the myth is trying to act perfectly alpha and powerful and perfect. But the truth is that trying to be perfect actually breaks connection. The thing you want to do instead is you want to show a bit of vulnerability, because that vulnerability allows a woman to see you as human and allows her to connect with you on a more human level. So the biggest mistake you can make when you're meeting women is to pretend that you have no fears at all. A woman knows that you are human, and so she is wanting to meet another human being, not a perfect robot, not a perfect avatar of an alpha perfect male. All right? And you need to understand that we're living in a new world. We're living in a new world of seduction. You're dealing with a much more sophisticated woman. The woman of this day and age has heard it all and has seen it all. She has hundreds of guys messaging her on Instagram, on Tinder, on Facebook. She knows the game much better than a woman, let's say 15, 20 years ago. All right? So you're talking to a very well-versed woman. And so because of that, you need to be even more authentic. All right? And so step number two is share a little bit of your vulnerability. Number one, to get connection, but number two, to neutralize your fear. So if hiding causes fear, that means sharing eliminates fear. So the more things you're hiding, the higher your fear of being found out. So the opposite of that is the more things you share, the less fear you have of being found out. And essentially, when you have nothing to hide, that equates to having nothing to be afraid of. So a man who is completely transparent, I want you to imagine a glass of water. If you are completely transparent like a glass of water, like I can see through you, if you show up transparent, like, yeah, I'm shy, yeah, I don't have that much experience, yeah, I've been single for the past 3 years. If you tell that to a woman, you're transparent, well then you no longer have the fear of being found out because you already told her. All right? You already told her. So back to my example of being a car salesman and selling you a piece of junk. The way I can eliminate my fear of selling this piece of junk, let's say I have this old Honda piece of junk, is you'll walk on the lot and I'll say, hey buddy, listen, there's this car I've been trying to sell for 3 months, and I'll be straight up with you. The transmission is about to go. It's going to crack. Maybe today, maybe in a month, but the transition is shot. You're also going to have to replace the tires because the tread on them is completely gone. Also, the rear suspension needs to be changed. All right? But I'll tell you this. I'm going to sell this car to you for only $500. All right? Now, I'm completely aligned. I have no fear because I'm being completely transparent with the car that I'm selling you. So fear is eliminated. So notice, and this is a huge point I want you to take away. In this example, I did not make the car better. The car is still broken. The car is still defective. However, I own the fact that this car is broken and defective. I shared that with you. So, bringing that back to us, when we think something's wrong with us, our quote unquote defects, oh, I'm shy, oh, I'm quiet, oh, I don't have experience. It's not that we made you more confident. It's not that we made you cooler. It's not that we made you better. We simply owned what you are exactly the way you are. Hey, I'm kind of shy. Hey, I'm kind of quiet. Hey, I haven't been on a date for 3 years. Hey, I'm not really sure what to say right now. All we've done is we've owned that, we've displayed it, and hence taken away the fear of being found out, which means we have taken away the fear. And now what is left is we are aligned and able to communicate. We are now free of our fear. So, are you getting an epiphany? Are you feeling some freedom opening up around this fear? Are you excited to hear step number 3? Has this already helped you? Can I get an amen? Are you guys on the same page as me? Leave a comment. Okay, yes? All right? Great. Fine. Awesome. So, to wrap up, step number 2, point number 2 in the 3-part Crush the Fear framework is reveal your fears, share the things that you are ashamed of. All right? Share the things that you're ashamed of in the moment. Now, side note, I'm not telling you to share the things you're ashamed of in terms of things that are random, like, oh, I have a porn addiction. Oh, I got sexually abused when I was a kid. Oh, blah. That's not what we're saying. We're saying share something that is relevant in the moment, such as, I'm kind of nervous talking to you right now. It took me 5 minutes to gather up the courage to come talk to you. I'm running out of things to say. I'm kind of intimidated by you. I'm kind of shy. Things that are relevant to the moment, all right? So we're not saying share your past. We're saying share something that is relevant and alive inside of you in the moment. So step 1 of the framework is identify the things you're ashamed of and then own them, all right? Just own them. Decide, I'm not going to hide them anymore. I'm not going to apologize for who I am. I'm not perfect, but guess what? The women that I'm trying to date aren't perfect either, and nobody's perfect. So own your insecurities, own your shames. That's step 1. Step 2 is share your insecurities, share your shames. That's step number 2. And now we are going to transition to the final step of how to overcome your fear, which is step 3, which is be playful. Be playful about it. All right? I just taught this to one of my coaching clients last month. He was doing everything right on the surface. He was, being alpha. He was getting women out on dates. He was being interesting in conversations. He had his fashion down, had a lot of things down, but women, for some reason, weren't responding to him. And then I taught him this piece of being playful with women. And literally overnight, his dates started getting better. His interactions started getting better. Women started calling him back for second dates. So we really helped him out with that. And playfulness is very powerful. So are you ready to learn step number 3? Leave a comment. Okay, so one of the biggest myths is that men think that if you share something vulnerable with a woman, or if you tell a woman you're a bit intimidated by her or that you're shy, that she's going to lose attraction for you. This is simply not true. All right? Women are also shy. They're also insecure. They're also a little bit intimidated. All right? So when you share these things with women, they actually appreciate it because now they can relate to you a lot more. They can relate to you a lot better. All right. So, a mistake that a lot of guys make is that they're too serious in the seduction and they're too serious when talking to women. You don't want to be serious. This is not a serious game. The master seducer is playful. A big mistake that a lot of men make is they overcompensate by being trying to be too alpha and too laid back and too aloof and too, oh, look at me, playing Mr. Cool Guy. All right? Playing Mr. Cool Guy is one of the biggest mistakes because number one, it's fake and a woman can see through that. Remember, we're dealing with the new woman. The new woman, this new age, this woman is much more sophisticated. She can see through your cool guy acts a lot better than women in the past. All right? So when she sees you posing, she sees right through that. And number two, it's boring to her. It's boring. Women don't want a serious guy. Her life is already serious. Her life is full of problems, responsibilities, worries. She wants to meet a cute boy to play with. All right? She wants to forget about her life. Your job is to come in there and bring the joy. All right? That's your job. So don't make the mistake of being too serious. All right? Women will lose attraction for you. Even if you're good looking and you have nice muscles and you have a nice car, if you come in there too serious, there's nothing more boring to her. There's nothing more boring to her. She wants something different. She wants to have fun. So come in there with energy. Come in there with playfulness. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take her too seriously. Don't take the interaction too seriously. So here's what you want to do in step number 3. So you've identified your shames and owned them and said, I'm not going to apologize anymore. I'm not going to apologize anymore. Number 2, you've gone out and you've started sharing this with women. All right. And step number 3, we're going to add the magical ingredient of adding playfulness to your sharing. All right. So you're going to start playfully sharing your insecurities and shames with women. Okay. I'll say that again. You're going to start playfully sharing your insecurities and shames with women. So the mistake is walking up to a woman seriously and saying, oh yeah, I'm really shy and insecure and I was so scared to come talk to you, but you're okay. Wrong. All right. You want to your sharing needs to be playful. It has to have a lightness to it. All right. The attitude is this: hey, you know what? I'm a little insecure. I don't have myself all together, but I'm here anyways. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're kind of playfully making fun of ourselves and playfully making fun of the situation. So you want to deliver it in a lighthearted, playful way, like, oh my God, I hate you. Do you know that it just took me 10 minutes to gather up the courage to come talk to you? That's playful. Or maybe you're talking to her and you're running out of things to say because she's so beautiful. You look at her and you say, you know what? I hate you. Okay. Your eyes are just, they're too, or let me start again. Your eyes are just ridiculously gorgeous. Like, what's my name again? I don't even know. Like, all right. So just make a joke out of it. Or like, is there a paper bag around? We need a paper bag to put over your head. I can't focus. You're just so hot, right? Whatever it is, you're making fun of the fact that you're nervous and at the same time kind of giving her a compliment. All right. You're saying like, oh my God, like, I can't think of anything to say because you're so cute, right? When you do that, you're relaxing her. And you're also, if you're nervous, then you're allowing her to know, oh, okay, he's acting a bit awkward because he's feeling, a bit shy or a bit intimidated or a bit whatever, right? And when you tell her that, now instead of her being like, why is this guy acting weird? She's going to be like, this guy's a bit nervous because he thinks I'm really cute. All right. And so your honesty, your transparency diffuses the situation. Also, it does another secondary thing. There's a secondary benefit is that if you're talking to a woman and you're thinking, oh my God, she's so hot. Oh my God, she's so hot. Oh, I hope I don't run out of things to say. Oh my God. Oh my God. And that's in your head. Now you're distracted and you're not able to connect with her because your fear is building. It's like a loop in your brain that's going, oh my gosh, she's so hot, she's so hot, she's so hot. And you get distracted and you get sucked into your head out of the moment. You break the connection and boom, everything's gone. And you start acting nervous. And she's like, why is this guy acting nervous? Boom, everything goes to shit, right? So when you speak it out and you do it in a lighthearted, playful way, what that does is that kind of breaks the loop in your mind. Right? So if in your mind you're like, oh my God, she's so hot, she's so hot, she's so hot. The best thing to do, remember, hiding is what causes fear. So you're hiding, oh my God, she's so hot. Stop hiding and take it and verbalize it playfully and say, oh my God, I haven't heard anything you said for the past 30 seconds because you're just so beautiful. I'm just blown away. Right? You say that in a playful way and then boom. Now that thought isn't in your mind anymore because you let it out. You told her, and also you complimented her, and also you kind of impacted her and given her a compliment and injected some humor. And so now it kind of like makes the conversation more playful and flirtatious, and the women love it. I do it all the time. All right. So an exercise for you is think of what things you can start playfully, think of what things you can start playfully sharing with women and how you can start playfully verbalizing these things with women. All right. Once you do that, you're going to see that you've taken your fear. So let's wrap up. So step number 3 is playfully share the things that you would normally hide. All right. So the 3-part framework is own, share, and play. All right? Own, share, and play. Own your insecurities, share them, and then be playful about it. Playfully share them. So you've gone from hiding your insecurities to showing them. From being Mr. Cool Guy to being Mr. Playfully make fun of myself and tell you what I'm afraid of guy. All right? And now we have completely eliminated your fear of being found out. And now that's going to free you up to be your fully self-expressed self with women. All right? So that's the 3-part framework. That is the framework that allowed me to never be controlled by fear again. That is the exact framework that I have taught my countless clients, which now has allowed them to have freedom to approach women, talk to women, deal with their nerves during the conversation, be able to ask her out, be able to go out on a date with her, be able to take things to the next level and never hit up against that wall of fear because now they know how to manage it using this 3-part framework. All right? Can I get an amen? Is this resonating with you? Has this helped you? Do you see how you can go out and apply this in your life tonight? Let me see in the comments. Let me hear you in the comments. Yes, yes. All right, you're pumped? Awesome. Wonderful. All right, so I'm going to give you a very special offer right now. A lot of guys ask me, Jad, how can I go deeper into this framework? How can I learn this framework on a much deeper level? How can I get coaching from you? Well, I'll tell you this. Today, I don't have a coaching offer, but I do have a very special offer. I'm going to offer you, I have a video course that goes through this 3-part framework in a lot more depth. It's a complete entire online video course called Crush the Fear, Get the Girl. It is available for instant download, and you can go to jadtjones.com/fearless and get it now for a discounted price. And I'm putting this offer on because I'm doing this live video, and this offer is only valid in regards to this live video. There's going to be a countdown timer there, and if you don't go there before the countdown timer is up, you're going to miss this special offer. Along with the discounted price, you're also going to get a very powerful product that I've made, a training that I made called the Innocent 2-Minute Story. The Innocent 2-Minute Story allows you to tell an innocent 2-minute story that you can tell to a woman, whether it's one-on-one or even in a group environment where other people can hear you, that is going to cause this woman to see you as her source for guilt-free casual sex. I will tell you, I attended a $4,500 closed-door seminar to learn this 2-minute story, and I'm going to give it to you today for free when you purchase Crush the Fear, Get the Girl. It's your bonus today, free, for being a loyal follower, watching my videos, and sticking with me. So go to jatjones.com/fearless for this special offer that will expire. So jump over there and grab it now before it's gone. And I want to end with a story. All right, I want to share something with you. This issue around fear, this is one of the things that's closest to me in my life, because I really wasted so many years trapped in fear and insecurity. And I literally almost lost my mind trying to figure out a way out of it. I mean, I would beat myself up so badly every time I went out there. You know, I'd promise myself, Jad, you better fucking take action this time. You better not chicken out. And then I would go out, and again, I would chicken out. Again, I would be paralyzed by fear. And I went to all these gurus. I read all these books. I watched all these videos, and none of it was effective. They were all saying, just go do it. Just plow through it. You just have to have more courage. But telling someone who's paralyzed by fear to just go through it and plow through it, it doesn't work. Plus, it makes them feel even worse about themselves. And so this struggle that I had is very personal for me, because you know, it hurt my self-esteem. It made me beat myself up. It made me hate myself for a while. It made me look at myself like I was a coward. And, you know, that's not fair for me. And the only difference, the thing that changed my life, the thing that changed, you know, that restored confidence in myself and self-love in myself was this 3-part framework that showed me that I can overcome my fear, that I'm not going to live the rest of my life in regret and missed opportunities. And the thing that makes me the happiest is that I have been able to teach this to hundreds of men and help hundreds of men break free from the prison that they were in. So I just want to close by saying that, man, don't give up, don't give in, and don't take this as an identity. Don't make the mistake like I did of adopting this identity of I'm just a coward. I don't have what it takes. You are not a coward, and you do have what it takes. You are not missing anything. You are enough. The only thing you're missing was the how. Once you know the how of how to deal with fear, how to overcome with fear, how to manage fear, then you're going to be able to take action. Then you're going to be able to have that freedom and move through the world of women as your fully self-expressed self. So I'm telling you, I want you to understand that I was on the other side. I was on the other side of this screen. I was you, desperately looking for the answer. The difference here is that I didn't find it. I had to get a piece from here, a piece from there, a piece from there. The person I want to be for you is I want to be that stand. I'm standing for your right to have the freedom to take action when you need to take action, to live the life that you deserve to live. You deserve to live a life that is filled with beautiful experiences so that when you grow old, you can sit there on your rocking chair and think back fondly. And the one thing that Jad T. Jones wants you, the one thing I want you to think when you're old is I gave it everything I got. I didn't leave anything to chance. I didn't let fear stand in my way. And so today's video was dedicated to giving you that freedom and that outcome so that you can grow old with no regrets, knowing that you lived a life worthy of you. So stand up for your freedom. Get this fear thing handled. I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourself. Go out, implement what you learned today, and good things will happen. So that's the end of the presentation. Please leave a comment below. Did you find this valuable? Are you excited? Are you pumped? Are you ready to go out and take the world on? I hope so. This is Jad T. Jones. I'll be in touch soon. Make sure you stay subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.